Hi, and how's it going, Romplur users? In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to create a more complicated VST plugin using 1.5.17 is the version. It's our latest version that we just released. So I want to show you guys how I like to work with Romplur and how you can as well. So let's go ahead and get started. What I want to do is we'll go ahead and start off with a blank project. So we'll go under Edit, and then we'll choose Clear GUI. So this is a blank canvas that we have here. Let's go ahead to load background, and we're going to find a background. We'll use these new VST templates that one of my designers has created. And what I did is I created a blank background inside of here. We'll click on, and this is what it looks like, just like this. So it's a white background, and let's start adding to it. So what we can do, first off, this would be our instrument browser. So what I could do is I could right click, and I will choose a add drop down menu, just like that, and I'll stretch it out just like that. That looks pretty good. Now this looks kind of funny like this, but we have some options down here where you can customize that. So we can go ahead and choose the alpha and make that 0, so that I pulled it all the way to the left, that slider, and it makes it blend in with the original background. And then there's some other options down here. I can adjust the text if I want to, the outline color. So let's go ahead and make that alpha as well, so that really blends in there just like that. And what we could also do is we could choose to center our text. So we can click that on, and just voila, it will show the preset name right in the center. It'll look pretty good just like that. So that drop down menu is in, and we could also add other drop down menus here. I'm thinking about some ADSR sliders under here, so we can get pretty creative in here. So let's go ahead and let's do that. So we can go ahead next, and let's add a static image. This is what it looks like by default. So what I could do is go back under that folder. So here's the Frost White folder. We'll choose Knobs and Assets, and we could scroll down here to Volume Slider, just like that. And here's a slider that we can add into our project, just like that. Might make it a little skinnier. Just that looks pretty clean right there. And then once I have that in place, what I could do is I could just click on it and choose Command D, and it will create a duplicate of that. So there's our next one. Create a couple more of these. Just like that. There we go. So now we got 4 of them in place. And then what we could do is also add our slider heads on top of that. So we can add a fader. And what you're going to want to do is to match this up. Just like that. Perfect. Voila. So now our fader head will slide up when we're ready for it to go in there in our active plugin. Now in that folder, we had a custom fader head, so we can go under here just like that. This one's gonna look pretty clean. I could just kind of narrow it out a little bit, just like that. And when we're ready, change this up real quick. Maybe I'll have it drop down to about there. It's probably pretty cool. I'll go ahead and click under our Command D again. That looks pretty good. Command D. And Command D. Now that our sliders are in place, what we could do is click on that fader. And if you scroll down here, we can give it an action. So we clicked under A, which is going to be our alpha, or our attack, sorry. There's our attack. This one's going to be our decay. S will be our sustain. And R is our release. Just like that. Perfect. ADSRs all in place. That looks pretty good. What we'll do is click next. Let's go ahead and add a knob. No, we could add, what would be kind of cool is we can add a spectrum analyzer waveform. So this is going to be that line that moves up and gets wobbly as notes are being triggered. So what would be kind of cool is if we can make that look a little bit better. We can have it blend in there. And then with the frequency waveform that bounces, we can make that a kind of a cool color. Maybe something dark since it's white background. So we'll go ahead and choose that greenish color. That's like one of my favorite colors. We'll have it bounce in. It'll move as notes are being triggered. There's nothing more we need to do there with that. And next what we could do is we could add some text. So we can add a label up here. There it is. Stretch this out a little bit more even if we want to, but some text is going to go in there. So we could choose a text style. Let's go ahead for this example. Let's choose this Corally, and then we'll name our plugin Space X. So we'll name it Space X for now, and let's make this text black. And then you can adjust the size right here with this font height. Look at that. Let's actually name it Space XL. Space XL for this video. That looks pretty good. Let's go next and add some more. We'll add some more parameters in here. We have our ADSR, we have our spectrum analyzer in now. Let's go ahead and add a knob. So you could use the default knob, or what I will do is, since we have some knobs in here that our designer created, I'll use these knobs. So we can create a big giant knob out here. You know what might be kind of cool is that I could shrink this down even too. Yeah, that might be kind of cool. So let's do this, guys. We'll go ahead and shrink this down. We'll make a knob here. We can click Command D and just created a clone of that knob. So there's one knob, two knobs, and Command D for a third knob. Now don't mind if I have stuff that's not aligned. I could take some time later on and clean all that stuff up. I can add labels to these knobs. So just like we did before, we can adjust the color. And with that label, I can make it say whatever I choose. For this example, let's have that say reverb. And then I can Command D. And we can adjust this text. This will be our delay. Another important note is that you can import your own custom fonts at any time as well. And this one will be our chorus. So we have reverb, delay, and chorus over here. That looks pretty good. So that's pretty cool. And then we can add some more knobs and effects. Let's see, we can add another knob over here if we want to. We can import a new knob. Let's see, what's one of these other knobs that he created. Let's see, let's find a different one in here. So it just has a little different look under here. This would be one of our main knobs. So what we could do is this could be kind of cool, is this could possibly be more of like a convolution reverb. That might be kind of cool. We could add a text to the top so we know what it is. Convolution reverb. is what we'll name it. And so that we can actually see it show up, we'll go ahead and give it a color. There it is. Now to apply actions to these knobs, all you got to do is go under our control links, and we could choose convolution mix. So when you turn this knob, it will adjust your convolution reverb. And with our convolution reverb, you're going to also need a drop down menu under here. So what I'll also do is kind of spread this out a little bit. And for our convolution, we'll go ahead, let's go ahead and adjust the background color. We'll adjust the outline color just like that so that it fits in there a little bit better. Good. And you can apply an action to that as well. So we can have that go convolution reverb IR. Perfect. That looks good. And I could decide if I want to, I can make that knob even larger. Just like that. It's perfect. It's really starting to come together a little bit here. I could also create more drop-down menus to add into these boxes here. So let's go ahead and do that again. What actually might be smarter is if I remove it and just use the Command D, and then I could just grab that just like this. So now I have another menu created. And instead of convolution reverb for this one, we'll have it number of voices. So that's pretty cool. And then I can do the same and go Command D. Grab that combo box, bring it in over here. And instead of number of voices on this one, we'll have LFO type. And Command D. Just like that. This one will be LFO routing. So that's looking pretty good. You know what? Instead of LFO routing, actually, what we could do is this could be the synth mode, and this one could be filter type. Yeah, so we just changed what these ones will actually do. And at any time you can go to preview GUI and you can kind of see your knobs working and faders actually sliding. So that's something really cool. I can get off of preview mode and I'm still designing. So let's add another combo box. This time we'll go ahead and Command D it. See over here, let's add this one. We could have this one be the pitch bin range. That might be kind of cool to have that there. We have our convolution reverb, and we can give all of our other effects some, we can give them an action. So we'll use our reverb mix for our reverb. For delay, we'll give that our delay mix, and for chorus, we will give that the chorus mix. So there we go. Our plugin has been created now. Let's go ahead and test out what it sounds like by adding some sounds. So let's go ahead now and grab some of our one-shot samples. And we can go ahead and create a pretty cool plugin here. I'll go ahead and stretch out this one shot across multiple keys in each direction. Let's kind of play, see what it sounds like. So it sounds really, really dry. We'll need to add a lot to it. But let's go ahead and name that preset Bell Glock. We'll name that, just choosing different random names for now. For the company name of the plugin, we'll name that SL. And we'll name our plugin Space XL. I added one too many S's, there it goes. So corrected that. So now we have one preset. To add another preset, all you got to do is click on Add Preset. And let's add another bell in here. This one's going to be bell collar, and we'll drag that in. Perfect. And we're going to repeat that same process, just stretching it out multiple directions. So now we're rocking and rolling. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. 15 presets in this plugin. Let's go ahead and export it out as a plugin now. So here's the magic of Romplur. Those that's been using Romplur already kind of know about it, but we can go ahead and choose Export Romplur Plugin. For this example, we'll start off with an AU instrument. You can choose to inscript. This is going to hide your samples so people cannot access them in your exported plugin. Everything else looks solid. Click Export, and then where we want to do is send that plugin to our desktop. And we're going to go ahead and start the process. Reached 100%, so we'll go ahead and click OK. Let's wait for a zip file to show up on our desktop. Should be popping up any second here. There it is, SpaceXL package, and inside of that you will see your .component file. So this is what Logic is going to read as a DAW. On your computer you're going to need to place it into the correct location, so we're going to go ahead and choose Computer. We'll go ahead to our Macintosh HD, Library, Audio, Plugins, Components, and let's go ahead and place it into this folder. And this is where Logic is going to be looking for your plugins at. So now that it's in the correct location, let's go ahead and load up our DAW of choice, our Logic X. Logic open, what we could do is go under our plugins and we should see our SpaceXL. There it is. There it is. So we'll go ahead and create that, and we got our plugin pulled up, and we can go ahead and play around with it now. We can adjust the convolution reverb. We can go ahead and check out some of the other presets that we have in here. So just like that, I created a 15 preset plugin within 30 minutes. So this is how you can create. This is my workflow. This is my process when using Romplur. It's just that easy. Go out, create your own awesome plugins. This is my creation. You guys go out there and make even better stuff out there. So enjoy. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll have a lot more of these coming soon. Enjoy.